Hey guys, what's up? It's your boy Kbreezy here, and in today's video, I'm going to be telling you guys everything we know so far about Season 2 in Apex Legends. Be sure to stay until the end of today's video because it's going to be jam-packed with leaks, photos, and information that came from the developers working at Respawn Entertainment and what we should be expecting. So first up, let's go ahead and talk about the new legends that are on the way, and the one that we know the most about at this current moment is Wattson. And real quick, I'm just going to go ahead and give a quick run through of what we expect her current abilities to be when she's released. Now her passive is speculated to involve some sort of regeneration, most likely involving shields, which will make her really useful during those late game engagements. Next up is her tactical, which we know a bit more about, and it's going to operate as a sort of electric barrier. You have the option to throw down 2 poles, and in between these 2 poles, a barrier to block incoming fire will be available to you and your teammates. I kinda like this idea, but at the same time, it sounds like a weakened version of Gibraltar's tactical. Maybe this barrier will have some sort of stun effect like how the arc star works. The thing that we do know the most about Wattson though is her ultimate, called the Tesla trap. Now this trap is likely going to function somewhat similar to what Caustic has, and make her fall into the defensive class as a result. But getting back to what we know about the ultimate, it's going to damage enemies caught in its radius, as well as stun them with the arc star effect that I mentioned before. However, going with the theme of Wattson affecting shields, we have reason to believe that friendlies caught in this radius are going to be regenerating shield, as it simultaneously deals damage to enemies. If this is the case when Wattson is finally released, it's going to be insane how she's utilized during engagements with enemy squads, especially if the last circle brings your team and the enemies into a set of buildings where they have nowhere to run and hide. Moving on from Wattson though, we have more leaked info on the legends that are going to be coming to the game in the near future. Now at the moment there are a total of 10 leaked legends that are going to be coming to the game. I mentioned this topic before in one of my earlier videos about the in-game files that we have regarding these legends, but now we have even more information. The images and files that I'm going to be showing you guys now come from Renowned Dynamite and Structural, so all credit goes to him for the images that you're about to see. But first up is a rough rendering of what the game is going to look like once all 10 legends are introduced into the final product. I know that most of these legends look a bit wonky, but that's because these are legends that came directly from the game files and are unfinished products. So far, the only legend that has been introduced out of this group is Octane, but with the end of Season 1 there, we're going to be expecting some new additions to come to the game soon. Be sure to let me know what you guys think about these new legends coming to the map, and what kind of abilities do you think they're going to have. But next up, we're going to be talking about the newest weapon on the way to Apex Legends, and the one that has most people buzzing, the L-Star EMG. And just like Wattson, this weapon has been teased for quite some time. Now for those of you that didn't know, the L-Star has been Titanfall games from the past, so it was only a matter of time before Respawn implemented this weapon into Apex Legends. I highly doubt though it's going to function the same way that the L-Star did in Titanfall, because in that game you didn't have to reload the magazine, and the gun would replenish itself with time as long as you didn't let it overheat. And if you did let it overheat, all you had to do was pop out the melted battery, put in a replacement, and you were ready to go. But at this point in time, almost everything's been leaked about this weapon, including the design and gun sound. It's only a matter of time before this weapon is in our hands. We're probably going to have to wait until the beginning of Season 2 when this weapon drops in tandem with the new legend Wattson. I'm really looking forward to this one because I love using LMGs in the game like the Devotion, and the idea of another energy weapon that fits in that class sounds great to me. And with that brings us to the new map changes that are on the way to Apex Legends, much to the community's favor. Now the lead developer Drew McCoy has mentioned multiple times how the team is focusing on gameplay stability and quality of life instead of trying to funnel out updates every week. This is to ensure that the player base is a stable, running game instead of some modded hacker fix where you can't turn left or right without seeing a modder or your game just plain crashing. But Drew goes on and talks about how the community should be on the lookout for some new changes. He talks about how we shouldn't have expected Kings Canyon, the battlefield that Apex Legends is fought on, just to the same forever. This means that with the arrival of the new season, we should be expecting either some new locations to appear on the map and some things to change up, or maybe even an entirely new map for us to play on. I'd be happy with either direction that the team working at Respawn decides to go. Something fresh is all I really want. Next up we have the topic of crossplay and mobile coming to Apex Legends. Both of these topics I've made videos about before, which you should definitely check out when you get the chance. But crossplay is something that the community has really been looking forward to in Apex Legends, especially with the launch of the new season on our heels. Being able to play with your friends despite the platform really rejuvenates the player base and allows the community to enjoy the game just that much more. I know that everyone keeps comparing this game to Fortnite, but you can't deny the fact that crossplay is one of the many key factors as far as why Fortnite became so popular. I think it was about 8 months from the launch of the free-to-play Battle Royale mode of Fortnite that we got crossplay for all platforms, and if Apex Legends is to follow suit, then crossplay really isn't that far off. But we can't forget about how mobile games have come so far within recent years, because nowadays you can play a game that we considered AAA 10 years ago on your mobile phone, and have even better graphics than it would back then. With the growing speed of this technology for phones, it's been giving developers a lot more elbow room for designing and scaling the game for the mobile platform. Take a quick look at Fortnite and PUBG for example, because both these games realize the potential of reaching the mobile audience and experience a massive boost in sales as a result. Even established franchises such as Call of Duty can no longer deny the market. I plan on releasing the beta for a mobile version that they've been working on sometime in the summer of 2019. The free spawn currently is a mobile port for the game, and I can guarantee we can see an explosion of interest similar to what we saw when the game was first released. And that wraps it up for today's video, guys. Thank you so much for watching. If you enjoyed watching this video, then you should check out the one where I discuss the state of Apex Legends and what people over at Respawn are going to have to do in order to save their game. And if you haven't already, then please consider subscribing or leaving a like on the video to show your support, because that really helps me out and lets me know what kind of videos that you guys like to watch. Oh, and don't forget to comment down below what kind of video that you guys would want to see next, or any feedback that you have, because I really do enjoy reading all of the comments and helps me to come up with some great video ideas. But as always, it's your boy KB, signing off. Peace.